Hey,
Look
there we
at you,
go.
man. So you're in the hangar. Look at this.
Yeah, I decided we're harvesting right now, but I thought I would run into the in between loads here, run into the hangar to make her happen. So,
Right on. Thanks for taking the time, man.
hey, you bet. Thanks for having me on the show.
This is great. Okay, so now, okay, we all know that you're a great musician and one heck of a handsome dude and all that good stuff. That we all know that. But let's talk about airplanes because
I,
this is something that we're both passionate about. But you're like next level here because you, outside of playing guitar and stuff, this is kind of your job.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's a job and just a huge passion of mine. It started about 10 years ago, and I remember we before we signed with Open Road, we sang a lot of a cappella music, a lot of vocal based music, and we were actually on a tour through Manitoba at the time. And Dusty and I were driving the tour bus, or like I was co-piloting, he was driving at the time, and we were spending a certain number of dollars on aerial applicators to come in every year to spray on the farm. And I've been infatuated with airplanes since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And I never thought that I'd have the chance to go do it. Maybe later on, like a midlife crisis or something down the road, because we had the farm, we had music and everything. And so to find the time to go away and get your pilot's license, especially just for fun, I didn't see it happening anytime soon. Well, we started because aerial applicating has become so prominent on large farms nowadays. We were just discussing the amount of dollars that we were spending on that, and I remember just saying, like, man, do you think that like I could do that? Like, I know I would love to, but would you guys be okay with that? And Dusty said, why don't you go crunch some numbers, figure out what it would cost, and
Yeah.
see if that's something that you'd want to do. And I said, that is not something I want. This is something that I really want to do, and something
I
that I
don't want to
absolutely
do
love
this.
to do.
I have to do this.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. So I went away to Springbank that fall, actually. Started in October 10 years ago, and took my very first flight in a small airplane, and got my license. A week after getting my license, I went and took some advanced my tail dragger checkout with a guy named Jim Rymack out of Bassano, Alberta, and then started flying aerobatics there, and then we did bush flying. So it was in the minus 40s that week. It was in February. So I started in October. I lived in Calgary for October, November, December, got my license, my pilot's license, January 10th. And by the end of January, I was bush flying in a Cessna 180 with Jim Rymack up in northern Alberta. And it was like minus 45, and we had to drain the oil out of the airplane every single night. He made me wash the belly down every night in minus 40 weather. Oh, it was the best thing of my life, and I said I was made to do this. So
180 on skis in Alberta. That's absolutely amazing, man. That's like my dreams. When I was a kid, my dad had 170s our whole lives, and we used to live in Camrose, Alberta. We had an airstrip across, on the farm.
Right.
We just flew for recreation, for fun. But now, just back up a little bit. How many acres do you guys farm?
We farm about 24,000 acres.
Right. So then aerial application obviously is a big part of what you do, because like you said, it's such an expensive thing to do. And when you get into aerial application, it's way more practical. So we're talking to you because this is Aviation Week. It's National Aviation Day. So we're just celebrating airplanes of all kinds. And I follow you on Instagram because I've kind of got out of flying, but you're kind of my muse to get back into it. I only have 100 acres here on the farm. I can't really justify, like a crop duster. Maybe I can. I don't know. That doesn't matter. But just behind us, real quick, you got to get. That's what I'm saying. Why not? Train. He says, "Why not?" Now behind us, here in the yellow plane, is that a Pawnee?
So that's an air tractor, actually.
That's an air tractor, okay.
Yeah, that's an air tractor, 502B. So it holds 500 gallons. It has a Pratt & Whitney jet engine in it, turboprop in it, 750 horsepower. And so, yeah, it's a big bird. It's got a 60-foot wingspan. Actually, funny, the hangar door is only 58 feet. So the wingspan, I actually have to turn the airplane in order to get it into the corner there. So, yeah, that's the crop duster there.
Now,
by the way,
how many hours would you put on that a year?
It depends on how wet of a year. So typically I spray all the fungicide and then desiccants as well too. But and that's another thing that you had mentioned. Not only just the cost of it, but driving on the crop. Not only you kill the crop. So with a ground unit with 1 foot tires, every 8,000 acres you spray, you trample 160 acres, which is a quarter section.
Yeah.
And so that plus when you damage the plants, that's when disease spreads. It spreads from the damaged part of the plant, and especially on really wet years. And so by spraying by air, you obviously aren't damaging any of the plants. And so,
dude, you've already got the air. You don't have to convince me, okay? You don't have to convince your brothers. Like, you're already got the plane. You're cool, okay? We get it.
Okay, yeah. I'm just excited about it. That's all.
On top of that, though, you know, you just don't take things. It's like all the Hunter brothers. You don't just take things to a certain level. You kind of go above and beyond. You decide to build your own plane.
That's right. Yeah, it was 5 years ago. A brother from another mother. His name is Nathan Oster. Him and I did everything together. My brothers all were getting married and having kids, which was awesome. And I was birthing airplane babies, and so me and Nathan had this crazy idea. I love building. I built high performance cars and vehicles and go-karts for the grandkids, or not my grandkids, mom and dad's grandkids, my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
And I love building. And I said to Nathan, hey, what do you think about building our own airplane? And he was like, dude, I would love to. So we looked into it, and Vans RV has incredible kits. And so we tied into that 5 years ago, and here we are now 6 years, but 5 years later, and 3,000 hours worth of work. We have it built, and it's flying, and it's awesome. Him and I he was home for a few days. He's becoming a surgeon, and him and I, he's on during summer holidays here. So we flew to Cranbrook the other day and did some loops and rolls in the mountains.
I saw
and
that. Nice.
Fun, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw the inverted. So you have a full inverted system in it?
Yes. Yeah. It's got inverted oil. It's got inverted fuel in both wings. And so, yeah, it was fun even just figuring out all the different systems so that I could fly over. It's got stainless steel gussets on all the stress points. So in the tail, on the wings, everything. So it's all reinforced to handle the aerobatics.
So which RV is this then?
This is an RV7.
7. Okay. And what do you got in it?
I have a 200 horsepower. So I bought a certified Lycoming engine. It's fuel injected IO360 A1B.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And put a Hartzell 2-blade propeller prop on it.
Constant speed, and wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is just awesome. I was watching you and Nathan and just you know, the adventures of, and it's really great. It's kind of planted the aviation bug back in me. And my sister, she flies for Air Canada, so it's still, you know, it's all still in the family, and it just won't go away.
Yeah.
I'll just have to convince my wife that I need an air tractor.
Absolutely, you do. Yeah. And if not, hey, you can come fly around with me, and you can live it through me, and then, you know, or maybe she can come for a flight. We can go flying together, and then she'll be like, "Man, I love this," and then you'll be on your way.
Well, she loves planes too. We used to go to Oshkosh all the time, and we went with my folks, and it was, you know,
awesome.
she gets the plane thing for sure, and she's been up in my dad's plane.
Cool.
But well, I won't keep you. I know you got a lot of work to do. Congrats on Hard Dirt. Sounds great as always. We love your music. Keep up the great work. You guys get it harvest time, and you just you be safe in the air, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thanks so much, and thanks for having me a part of this.
Good checking in. Take care.
Okay, yeah. Bye-bye.